Hello everyone, I'm back today with another video. This is going to be a game against UkBoy. I've played him several times and he usually seems to get the better of me, actually. But as you can see, this is an utterly ridiculous setup, but it's actually pretty fun to play. And we'll go ahead and see how this game goes. This is one of my sillier setups that I'll use just to goof around. But we'll go ahead and again see how this game goes, and hopefully we can pull out the win here. The plan here is to bring up these majors so that my marshal and general can't be discovered cheaply. But also this flag here, I try to keep it as a corner, and then if I need to, I'll release the minor, and then they usually will hit this piece to be the flag. But we'll go ahead and see how it goes. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and attack in the center here. We got a sergeant there. And that's going to be his scout. So I'm going to go ahead and move my major over because I don't want him to scout my general, but I will bring my captain out. Alright, so we'll go ahead and trade that there. I'm going to go ahead and hit this with my captain, see if we have any info behind it or anything like that. No taking. Okay, so that might have been a captain, or it might have been just a bluff piece altogether. Now, usually I'll try to be aggressive with these captains because I prefer to trade them or take them and give away info rather than just have them as sitting ducks there. But I'm going to go ahead and take this piece, see what he does. Captain, good. So trading is always good. It gives the impression that this isn't such a weak side, maybe. General, excellent info, and it's kind of on the wrong side because probably not a whole lot's going to be accomplished, but I'm going to go ahead and keep my captain there then. And let's go ahead and advance on this side over here. So it looks like he's probably going to bring some scouts down and check out these pieces here. Yes, he's going to find that bomb, that's fine. Sergeant here. So he'll go ahead and find that bomb. He'll probably come down and defuse it. We'll see. But I'm going to go ahead and take the sergeant up here with my lieutenant and guard it with my major. And he's going to find that bomb. So he's found 2 of my 5 bombs on this side. See what he does now. He'll probably bring down a minor. Let's go ahead and take this piece. I'm not too worried about leaving my marshal here. Seems like he has most of his scouts over here and isn't really doing anything on this side. Let's keep going. Captain. Okay, so I will go ahead and take that with my major. I'm going to go ahead and take that. Excellent. So that's what I'm talking about when I say I want to get material for that. He can take that captain, and I don't mind at all. Because nothing I can really do about that, although he seems to be actually cautious to take it, which I find interesting. But I'll go ahead and take that captain probably for info. See if he takes me. He will not. Okay. Let me come up with a lieutenant. I'll go ahead and hit this right here. Right now I'm up a captain, up 2. Interesting. So that makes me want to retreat because that makes me think that this is a good piece or something here. But we'll see. I'm going to hit this. Okay, trade captains. That's fine with me. Let's go ahead and bring up a lieutenant. We've already found a captain on this side, and he's had 2 captains here, or maybe 1 in the center. No, he's had 1 here, 1 here, 1 here as well. That means I'm going to hit this with my lieutenant over here instead of using my major and perhaps losing it to a colonel. So I'm going to go ahead and bring my lieutenant in here. I know these 2, actually all 3 of these have moved. Of course I know his general's sitting here with that piece. I'm not sure what to make of that piece. It might be a scout or something along those lines. I'm going to go ahead and take this. Trade lieutenants, excellent. So I got a sergeant and then I traded lieutenants. That's very good for me. Now this piece makes me, I feel like this is a colonel or something. I already know his general, so I'm not too worried about revealing my marshal for this colonel. But I'm going to bring out my colonel anyway, chase him away. And of course I need to keep my flag covered, so I'm going to go ahead and put that major behind it. But I'll go ahead and put my colonel there and see what he does. I'm going to take this. I think it's pretty low risk his marshal is there. I suppose it could be. Okay, it is. Alright. I'll have to respect that then. But I'll be down a colonel. I have good info on him. And I'll be up a captain. I'll go ahead and take this. That piece I'm pretty sure ran away from my captain earlier, so yeah. Okay, I'll just go ahead and take my gains there. Up a captain, up 3 sergeants, and I have very good info on him. This is probably his colonel. So let's come along with our scout then, see if we can apply pressure to him on this side. So we've got his colonel, and we have his marshal here. Of course, we know his general's over here. He's not been making any progress over here. I thought he'd probably try to bring down some miners, but I guess he's decided against that. My general's in a fine position to counterattack anything that his general does. I don't mind giving that colonel. I wish maybe I would have gotten more than a scout for it, but I don't mind giving up my colonel to find his marshal. I'm going to go and move this major back, just to keep it there, one space away from my scout. So he's thinking about it. So we know his marshal and his colonel here. I'm not sure what he's thinking about. But yeah, his marshal, his colonel. I'm going to go ahead and park that major right there. Okay. Let's go ahead. I'm less inclined to think his spy on this side is on this side since he was so aggressive with his gen, but I really don't know for sure. I'm not really sure what to do. We're at a bit of a standstill. I don't want to move my general because I fear that would be too obvious. Interesting. Okay, let's go ahead and retreat with that, of course. That's his colonel and his marshal. These two are not known. That's probably some insignificant piece behind what's probably a bomb here. Okay, so that's his colonel, that's his marshal. His colonel has retreated back here. His marshal is here. So his marshal is threatening my major. I'll go ahead and move back on it like that. He knows this major, but I'm not sure if he remembers that he knows it. So this is the colonel, but I'm not sure what this piece is, and I'm a little bit wary of it. I would actually like to scout it if I can, but he's not going to let me, it seems. I know, of course, marshal here. Not much happening currently. These three are moved. Marshal, colonel, gen. I'm not sure what to make of this piece. I don't know what to think of it. Would like to scout this if I can. It's moving rather slowly, I feel. We have his Marshal here, Colonel. This is the piece I would love to scout here. But he just not going to let me do that. That's rather annoying. I'd like to know if that's a second Colonel or not. So whatever this piece is now retreating. Okay, just going to keep that there. Okay. Really not much for me to do here. That's the piece I would like to scout. That's his Marshal. He's maintaining it in a central position. Not sure what I can do right now. I have the info advantage. But I'm not really able to exploit it at the moment. I'm going to go ahead and retreat with this here. I'm going to leave this scout here in case he gives me a scouting opportunity for this piece. Okay. Marshal, Colonel. Okay, this is good because I might be able to scout this then. Alright, let me threaten this piece here. Let me try and do this and see if this is a bomb or not. He might block me if he can, but I think it's worth a shot because it's the best shot I've gotten so far. Might as well just scout it. Major. Interesting. Okay. That's interesting. Maybe this is his... I don't know. I'm not sure what to make of this piece here. Marshal, Colonel, Major. I really want to just move next to this piece, because I feel like it's not logical to let me discover his Major. that's unmoved when he could let me discover this piece, which is moved. So I would really like to move next to this piece. But the trouble is, if I do, and it is his kernel, then I'm down 2 pieces. But I think I'm going to do it anyway. Okay, well, there's the second kernel. Alright, so we have complete info on him now, in exchange for being down 2 pieces, so we're going to hope to make some of that up now. I am up 4 smaller pieces, but that captain's safety is definitely at risk. Let me go ahead and run up here. I know we've got these 2 valuable pieces. I'd like to... Okay, so he's going to waste his last scout. That's amazing, because he could have scouted my flag, actually. So I think that's quite interesting. He could have actually scouted my flag at one point in the game. But let's go ahead and bring up a major. I'm not sure if he remembers this major or not. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and let him trade that, because that's my known major and his known major. I'm going to bring up a major of my own. Because I know his colonel, marshal, general. Still up 3 sergeants. I'm not really counting on being up a captain when he's done with my piece over there. But I'm going to go ahead and come up with this major. So I'm up a scout, I'm up 3 sergeants, and I am up a captain. So I'm up those 5 pieces, and I'm down these 2. So I do have 3 more pieces than he does. He also knows 2 of my bombs. Okay, that's unfortunate. That being his last captain is not good. That's pretty good good placement of that piece by him, I would say. And then he's going to use his last sergeant in turn to discover my last major. Okay. Well, let's see. I know his captain, I know his marshal, colonel, and of course general. I don't know his 2 majors, but I know his captain. This will be interesting because he has basically no info on me. But he does have a pretty hefty lead at this point. Lieutenant, major, colonel, in exchange for being up a captain, scout, and 4 sergeants. So we'll see, this might be a pretty interesting endgame here. Okay, I need to keep telling myself so I don't forget. These 2 colonels are right here. He's got his marshal. He doesn't really have anything to lose on this side, so he's keeping it very central. But now that he has no scouts, I'm going to completely leave my flag exposed because there's nothing to fear. But now his 2 colonels are right next to each other. I would bet that one of these 2 is the spy. I don't think it'd be this one, because he wouldn't probably be so aggressive with it when I have scouts left. Because he brought that piece out very early in the game. Interesting, so I'll go ahead and move there. See what he does. I would not really like to give away my general information, even if I'm up 2 captains. But I'm going to go ahead and move that general back. So we've got his captain, his two colonels here, marshal, and this captain here. So let me threaten this piece here. I'm going to go ahead and retreat on that. I would be willing to take his captain for my colonel, that information. I'd be willing to do that. Because that would mean I'm up 2 captains, so his him being up a colonel then wouldn't matter. I'm going to go ahead and bring out this captain, just in case that's, say, like a lieutenant or something. So I'm going to go ahead and bring up this captain. Okay, not really sure what to do. I'll go ahead and probably just move stuff around here. Because I know probably lieutenant, captain. This is his colonel. Not sure what that is. Maybe some junk piece or something. I'm going to go ahead and move this just because I don't really have anything else to move. I know captain, colonel, marshal, probably lieutenant or even minor or something worthless like that. Which netting a lieutenant would not be bad, but it's not the #1 priority for me right now, especially because I'm not expecting to be up this captain. So I'm curious to see what he's doing here. I think worst case scenario is if he takes it with a major. He does have to consider that my general could be behind it, and he would lose that major. But that might be a risk he's willing to take, which is what would be bad for me. But we'll see. We'll see. So we've got his colonel, captain, marshal, probably lieutenant. That's just unfortunate. I mean, there's nothing I can do about that. Like I said, I was not counting on being up that captain, which now that's not good because that means I'm down 3 pieces here. Let me advance on that and see what he does. I'd like to take a lieutenant because then I'd only be down 2 and I would feel comfortable again about exactly where I am. I'll go ahead and move there. Just kind of keep that there. Okay, so we've got his general here, major, unknown. Alright, I'm going to come around with my lieutenant and put it here and see what he does. Not sure what this piece is. I know, of course, that's his gen. Marshal. I know I'm only missing info on his major, one of his majors. Because I know colonel, I know marshal, general, unknown. That's his major. This is an unknown piece. That's his general. We'll see, though. If he takes that lieutenant, that's just okay. Well, that's just really sad. I don't know if he maybe knew that lieutenant, but that's just sad. Okay. So, I don't know if he knew that colonel or not, but that's just I don't know. If he didn't, then I guess it's a good call by him, but that's pretty crazy. Wow. Yeah, things are going really good. Okay. Well, that's probably the end of the game. There's no way I'm going to be able to come down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pieces. I have all the info, but it doesn't matter if you're down 6 pieces. So, 1, 2, 3, okay, 5 pieces, 5. Yeah, I don't even know if I can keep track of all this. Colonel, Marshal, Major, Colonel, Marshal. I'm going to take that just because I can. Ooh, Lieutenant, okay. Anyway, Colonel, Marshal, Captain, Colonel, Major, General, Major, Unknown, Unknown. Let's go ahead and threaten that. And then let me go ahead and charge this Colonel up in the center here. Okay, free Major, that's not bad. I guess I'm only down 3 pieces now. Okay. So Colonel, Captain, Lieutenant. Captain here. I can't talk. His Marshal's here. We've got his Captain, Colonel, General. I know his Major, Spy. I need to find his Lieutenant. I'm gonna hit that. Bomb, of course. Okay. Because I'm still down 3, so I really have to lotto that. I wonder if he remembers that's the Major. Anyway, let's come in with a minor and just see what's over there. Anyway, so I'll go ahead and bring this minor up. That's his captain, so not much is going to be done there. Let's come in with this marshal. And I'll take this if he lets me. Right, I'll work this major over here to the left. Wonder what this piece is. It's probably his last lieutenant, because that would just be so convenient. Let's see. Oh, that's his major. Okay. Interesting. Okay. I guess I forgot it. Probably move in with his general now. Might as well do that and see what he does. Might as well just go for it. Obviously there's nothing important on this side, but, you know, just to do it. Yeah, I'm not even sure where his pieces are at this point, not that it really matters. But, you know, minor. Okay. Let's go ahead and get this scout out and just go ahead and try to check, take one of these pieces here. Interesting. I'll go ahead and move up on that. Is that a spy? I can't remember which one was. I think it's this one. I think that's his marshal, right? I forget which one. Okay, that's his marshal. I'll go ahead and offer him this minor, just to be able to scout a piece over here. Okay, he's taking some time to think about this. Interesting. Yeah, so this game's over. I might as well surrender. Not exactly sure what that means. I guess this means this is not his main account. Anyway, he definitely got me on this game. I don't think I played too well. I think I really just... I went from being down 2 pieces to somehow I just found myself down more and more, and it was like I couldn't handle it, and so I just had to go crazy in Lotto. I remember he just kind of seemingly had every piece in the right position, so maybe he was reading my pieces pretty well, but that was a good play by him regardless. But that is going to be the end of the game, so that's a good win by him. So, GG, and I'll be back down to Platinum Major, but that's okay, because I'll get up there soon. Now, before we go, I'd like to remind you guys about Nortram's Twitch channel. This is the link. He's going to be doing a couple streams before the end of the year, before the website goes down. And it's going to be announced pretty soon, I believe, so I would remind you guys to check that out. That's by the player Nortram, best ever Stratego player, 4-time live world champion. Make sure you check that out and keep your eyes open for that. But anyway, thank you guys for watching, and have a great day.